Why isn't Sean Payton running the football more for the Denver Broncos? That is the prevailing question on pretty much every platform where Broncos country interacts. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of it. Sean Payton has come under some scrutiny here in Denver for his play calling, especially from fans and media. And for me, I've been pretty staunch to defend it. I think Sean Payton's one of the best play callers in the NFL and one of the best play designers in the NFL. But that doesn't mean that he's not without his flaws. And I think today his play calling process was flawed. He didn't run the football enough in his opening script. The Broncos had 13 pass plays in their first 15 plays. My guy Zach Seegers pointed that out on Twitter. Now, some of those plays were Bo Nix pulling the ball out instead of running it, handing it off. But some of that was also due to the fact that the Broncos just didn't scheme up true runs in their opening script. That was a problem, and they weren't really able to establish the run game out the gate. In the fourth quarter, we finally saw it work. We saw the outside zone runs that the Denver Broncos had been hoping to lean on start to open up, and it wore the Tennessee Titans out in that fourth quarter, especially up front. Sean Payton was hesitant to run the football, I feel like, because the Tennessee Titans have a really strong defensive line. Their two interior guys, Jeffrey Simmons and Tavondre Sweat, were causing problems. Even their third guy in the interior, Sebastian Joseph Day, played well. Then they've got two good edge rushers in terms of containing runs in Draymond Jones, the ex-Bronco, and Arden Key. So that didn't allow the run game to get going, or it kind of spooked Sean out of committing to the run game because there were some plays where he tried it early on and it just wasn't working well. But additionally, there were some other reasons why Sean Payton didn't really commit to running the football, and Mike McGlinchey talked about that to the media in his post-game presser. I want to shout out Andrew Mason here for this clip, and let's go ahead and hear what Mike McGlinchey has to say.
Just didn't think we got enough of a rhythm offensively in the first half to commit to running the football, to be able to impose our will on that team. We turned the ball over far too much. We didn't allow drives to even get started by not converting first downs, and 4 turnovers is egregious, and that has to stop. And when you turn the ball over 4 times, you don't get the privilege of running the football like that because you're not staying on the field. And so it's a full team effort. We got to be able to be better there. Thank God we have the defense that we do, and we'll get it cleaned up for next week.
I respect.
So I definitely agree with what Big Mike had to say there. But by that same token, I would like to see more runs in the opening script. That way you don't get off to that sluggish start and you don't put your offense in position to turn the football over. I talked about Bo Nix and how I thought he performed in this game. He didn't play well. I said that Bo Nix has got to play so much better. Those turnovers were just some egregiously bad plays by Bo Nix. And then Marvin Mims had the muffed punt. That complicated matters even further. Just like Big Mike said, you have to earn the right to run the football. And at least for the first 3 quarters of this game, the Denver Broncos didn't earn that right. But in the fourth quarter, they made some plays on offense finally. They got some runs going, and it felt like they established that right to run the football. And let's go ahead and hear Big Mike here and talking about what can happen when you establish that identity of running the football with this outside zone run scheme.
You want to have is being able to wear a team out. You got to. But like I said, you have to earn the privilege to run the football. Like they turn the ball over on our side of the field 2 or 3 times and having a bad turnover in our own in approaching the scoring territory just can't happen. And we'll get those opportunities as we clean those things up, and we'll do it fast because we can't live like this because we gotta be better.
Just like Mike said, they've got to get it cleaned up quickly because they can't live in that world. They just cannot do it. They cannot turn the football over. You're not going to win games in the NFL if you turn the football over, and especially if your quarterback is heavily contributing to turning the ball over. But additionally, you can also reap some of the rewards here of running the football in the fourth quarter, being able to run the Titans defense down a little bit, and being able to take some of their defenders out of the play. I think that is what they want to live in going forward. But you still have to play better. Your quarterback cannot turn the football over. And you've just got to find a way to consistently sustain drives. And additionally, you've got to find a way for your head coach to get into a rhythm running the football and trust that it's going to work. you're still going to have to deal with some really tough interior defensive lines this year. Jeffrey Simmons and Tavondre Sweat is just a little bit of a taste of it. So I think it's kind of a multi-layered picture here as to why the Denver Broncos weren't running the football enough in this game. Hopefully we see them run the football more as the season goes forward, but this might be a conversation we have all season long. I hope it's not, but there's been a pattern consistently here with Sean Payton. The run blocking, we talked about that as well in a previous video, just not freaking good enough, man. That contributed to it, definitely, but there's many reasons why the Denver Broncos didn't establish the run game in this one. All right, Broncos country, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Sean Payton's going to get more into a groove running the football next week against Indianapolis, or do you think this is going to be a common trend heading throughout this season? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.